This episode of Shop Talk is sponsored by the TintMan Guild, voted Sumter's best window tinted shop for the past 5 years. They treat every vehicle like it's their own. The TintMan also offers commercial and residential tinting. The TintMan is located at 470 South Ginyard Drive, Suite 5. You can reach the TintMan by phone at 803-847-9014. GodsGlory Transportation. GodsGlory Transportation is built from the ground up, from the good Lord above. You can get with my brother Dennis McFadden, the owner and operator of GodsGlory Transportation, for all of your auto transport needs or how to get started. You can visit his website at www.godsglorytransportation.com. Realtor Kenneth Johnson, a committed, passionate, and result-driven realtor who prides himself on meeting and exceeding clients' expectations. You can contact Kenneth at 803-410-0976. Does public assistance make people lazy?
I don't know. Try me and let me see.
Yeah.
Give me some and let me see.
all these now
I'll
hiring
come back
signs
to the
out
next
now.
one.
Oh my God, man!
Yeah.
You can't. Now I don't know if it's public assistance now, but it's more of. I don't know. It's a cross between technology and public assistance that's causing these generations now, people making it so that they don't want, you can't get somebody to work a good.
Well, it depends
8-hour
on it.
shift.
That depends on it. I think it depends on the individual. I think it depends. Like some people might fall on hard times, but they might need that, and some people use that as a handicap. They use that because that's what they lazy. You know, just straight up.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on the individual.
Because we talked about this before with the stimulus check. When the stimulus check came out, I got $1,400.
Yeah.
Somebody got 3 kids, got $3,000. I'm like,
So they were banking on it.
But you know what? The truth of this is I have to tend to the business that pays me. It ain't easy looking at somebody who got a house full of kids and I'm busting my butt every day to go to work and try to make sure my household is taken care of. But that's just like me, the 3 of us in law enforcement. We don't know what each other make because you're not opening my envelope and I'm not opening yours. We focus too much on the next person. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to say that not every person that gets help is lazy. My answer is going to be no. There are people like Miller said that they need the help. They need the help. But then there is the majority of people take advantage of it. Yeah. All they want to do is find a loophole because everybody like free now. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter what class you're in. You like free. And come on, being mad at that person because they got $5,000 does what for you?
I'm not mad.
I'm just saying,
that's a good question.
I'm just using you as an example.
Yeah.
Them getting $5,000, really, if you look at it, you can't stop working on their $5,000. You can't buy a grocery on their $2,500 worth of food stamps, even though I wish I knew who they was and hope they could lend me some or give me some because I can't pay them back in food stamp. It's all about how we looking at stuff. We look at too much. We got to tend to the business that pay us, and that's the truth.
Anybody else got a comment on it?
The public assistance, I think it's, and even with the relationships and what men want, women want, I think it's all about, and I think you said it, learned behavior. It's for me, it's what you witness growing up. So everybody's upbringing is different. I come from a 2-parent home. Dad worked all the time. That's in my blood because I saw him do it every day. I saw my mom do it every day. For me, my first love was my mom. And for most daughters, their first love is their dad. And so if you're doing the things that you're doing, your daughter, your son is going to look for a husband that displays all of the qualities that my dad had, that my mom had. You know what I'm saying? So for me, work, it's an individual thing about the public assistance. Can't never say never, but I would do everything I could possibly do to stay off of public assistance because that's what I saw growing up. I saw my dad work every single day, whether it was at the job or in the fields, because Lord knows I was in the fields. Everything he planted, I was picking. You know what I'm saying? So I know that. I know that that's how you get to where you need to be is working. And if you have to do more than one thing, then you sacrifice. You do that more than one thing. I'm trying to instill that in my son right now. Hey, you got to work to get where you want to be. It's not going to be given to you.
And I'm gonna tell you what happened to me though when I was early 20s. I got hurt at work. I was out of work for almost 4 months. You know, you get workman's comp. That ain't a percentage of what you used to getting. So I went to the welfare office and asked, hey, this time we were heating the house with oil. Get cold in the wintertime, need some oil. I ain't worried about car payment, my family helped me with that, but oil and food. I went to the welfare office, talked to the people, fill the paperwork out, and the lady said, well, you didn't check these things. She said, do you own property? I said, yes. Do you have a car? Yes. Something else she asked, yes. They say, no, we can't help you. I was like, why? It was like, and the head counselor came out, she explained, you can sell that to take care of.
Yeah. Look at it as an asset.
Yeah, and I'm like, but why would I sell something I work hard for that I'm going to need
Exactly. When I
to get $400? Why would I do that? That doesn't make sense to me.
Not even paying out.
That don't make sense to me. So.
But there lies the problem. They incentivize that, and so my answer would be yes. It does make people lazy because it incentivizes being that way. If you got a good job, you can't stay on it. If you have assets, you can't qualify for it. Mm-hmm. So I can really be in need temporarily for something. Or somebody can go through a situation and they, coming up and they started that way. But if you grow, if you develop, if you get education, you can't get a good job. So they incentivize you to remain in that place to need them.
So you become dependent.
Yeah.
So you'll do just enough to still be able to get the help or,
And so you got to consider if you incentivizing me to stay on this and I got free medical, we all work. How difficult or how, to pay certain doctor bills if you really need it. You know what I'm saying? With the health care that we do have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the copay alone will make people not want to go.
Right.
All right, that's it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Right? You understand what I'm saying? So, but if I got Medicaid, I'm going. And so you incentivizing me to remain in a needed place. And so we have to really consider how to get people off it by giving them what they need to sustain themselves. Promote education, promote trade, you know what I'm saying? Give them the opportunity that, okay, you can stay on this for a year, but you ain't got to work, but you got to go to school. you're going to get this trade, you're going to get this certification, you're going to get something so that after 2 years or whatever, whether you got it or not, you got to get off, or we reducing what you get.
And then society, and it starts with all of us, not just us, but when we voting, when we meetings, we got to start being a part of it, because you can teach them a trade so that you could say, okay, you got this trade, now you got to get off welfare. But if you ain't paying me enough money, it's easy to stay on welfare.
It is. And that's what I was going to say. You got these young ladies out here, they can make a certain amount of money a year. And then after that, they'll quit their job, or they got to cut off, or they can only work part-time because that assistance stops. They got guys, and it goes back to our family and generational curses or whatever you may call it, what have happened. Aunt Angie and Uncle Tony, they live together for years, but they ain't getting married. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Aunt Angie
Aunt Angie
getting that welfare check and getting those food stamps, and if she marry him, that's income.
That's the income.
And it's all cut out. All that's cut out. So, yeah.
We got to start being involved even when it does not include us. So we got to learn to start leading by example more often. We got to show what morals look like. We got to show what, you know what I'm saying? We got to show what that looks like, and do it without trying to make somebody look bad too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm educated.
Yeah.
And then the person who has no education, they don't even want to be around you.
Exactly.
I mean, how we going to
So
teach
what's the
them?
point of your education?
Yeah. Got anything, Jay? How about you, T? How
I
about
doubt
you,
it.
Ken?
I don't believe it.
Good. All right, Ken. Well, thank you for coming to the show. You got anything for the people, giving your information, how they can contact you if they're interested in buying a home?
Yep, so I have a website. It's kensellsumter.com. You can go there, check out some homes, log in. You can create a password, log in. You can view all the homes you like. I can be reached at 803-410-0976. Again, Kenneth Johnson with JP and Associates Realtors.
Before we end the show, we're going to have Quentin do a motivational moment. You got anything?
You were serious.
Yeah, you didn't want to do it? You want to think about it? You want to do the next show?
Okay, all right. Something I tell my students all the time. Embrace failure. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds ridiculous even, but embrace failure. Because failure is not your final destination. It is part of the course. If you're going to make it to your promise, if you're going to make it to your goals, if you're going to make it to your destiny, you're going to have that pit stop at failure. Failure will teach you something that success will never teach you. And so learn from it, become better from it, and allow that to be your motivating factor to get you to that next level. So, again, embrace failure.
All right, guys, thank you for watching Shop Talk. This is Season 2, Episode 2. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment to the YouTube channel, The Miller Experience. Also, thank you to our sponsors, TintMan, and also GodsGlory Transportation. See you on the next one. Peace.